Yo, what is up guys? Anthony here, back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel. And in today's video, everyone, we are going to be continuing here with the Zero to Hero series here on the channel. So I did want to update you guys a bit on the new account here on the channel. So of course we did manage to add in some new units to our roster with the Lisa's extra lessons. So I did manage to add a new defender here from the second lesson with the singing Echo. So I did want to choose Echo as she is pretty flexible here on Destiny Child in the PvP side of the game, so she can be used in the endless duel for the most part. And of course we are going to be using her temporarily in the Devil Rumble as our main tank. Now we also did pick up a second unit here, being the Melancholy Nimhain from the third lesson for our dark type debuffer. So we did manage to pick her as she's a pretty good 4-star unit, and we'll be able to use her in endless as well as in the Devil Rumble for a temporary debuffer until we do manage to obtain those 5-star debuffer staples. But for now we do have her here. Of course the slide skill pretty okay for a debuffer. We do have a slide that does damage 3 enemies. We also do have here attack minus 28.9% and crits rate minus 59.4%, so she'll be pretty helpful for now when we do face up against some attackers in low rank. So we'll use her for now. And of course upon scaling to the lesson 4 and lesson 7 here on the Lisa's extra lessons, we'll manage to pick some decent units here as well. I'm honestly considering going for Pomona or the Babel, as well as considering Euros here, as we do seem to be going for more of a mono type water team since we do have Eve on the roster. But the best pick here will probably be the Pomona as a newer account. Of course Navi is a world boss staple unit, but as a newer player I would personally suggest the more flexible character, as Pomona does flex to all modes here on Destiny Child. So I will probably go for the Pomona here to benefit our PvP roster, and of course she will come in handy for the upcoming Ragna break as we don't have a strong team just yet. And then moving on to day 7, I'll probably just go with the Clotho, as of course she is a staple PvP tank and she will be pretty strong for our Devil Rumble team in the upcoming days. So we'll go for those 2 units here on lessons 4 and lesson 7. As for lesson 5 and 6, we'll probably go with the Mayuhel here, as he is a pretty decent 4-star water type supporter, so he could help our team significantly and fill in a supporter slot. For lesson 6 here, we'll just choose the Hercules for endless duel and call it a day here on the Lisa's extra lessons. Now for the grade reward, of course we do want to target the water type and the wood type ticket here, as well as the support ticket. I would suggest this to all beginner players, as of course you do want the highest possible chance here to possibly pull a newbie Mona or either a Thisbe from the water ticket, as well as the chance of pulling a amazing supporter such as Neptune here from the support ticket, which is very helpful at a beginner stage here. So that's what I'll be doing for the Lisa's extra lessons. Of course I'll try to film it all here on the YouTube channel, but there are my plans there for the upcoming Lisa's extra lessons in the coming days. Of course in today's video I did want to overview the Devil Rumble and the endless duel a bit here. Now I don't have it unlocked just yet, but we'll overview the Devil Rumble, as I do want to stress that it is a very good time to participate in the Devil Rumble as a beginner player, as of course you do have those ignited units. But in general, even if you guys are viewing this after the Lisa's extra lessons, of course I do want to stress that it is very necessary to participate in the Devil Rumble. Even at a low rank, you do manage to obtain a decent amount of crystals here. Of course I would say low rank is bronze 5, as any of these teams with the Lisa's extra lessons units should be able to reach at least bronze 5, bronze 3, etc. I'm not sure how the teams are there, but they are probably floating around with the ignited units here that we did manage to obtain from the new Lisa's extra lessons. But as you can see, if you do manage to get to bronze 5 here with your new units and such, then you do have almost a multi-summon a week, as well as a decent amount of rumble coins here, which does come in handy with purchasing some evolution materials material, and of course 5-star equipment in the Devil Rumble shop. Now of course you do only want to purchase the top tier gear here from the Devil Rumble shop. I'll be sure to link a gear guide in the description box below if you newer players are interested in which gears to prioritize here from the Devil Rumble shop. But I did want to dive into the Devil Rumble a bit here in today's video, as of course it is a very amazing way to earn crystals here weekly on the game. Of course we are only Ruby League right now, but we'll manage to rank up soon, as of course we do need to generate more tickets. But as you guys can see, most of the teams here are pretty bad, as of course they are mostly bot accounts, etc. But we do have here the beginner teams here, and moving on into bronze and silver. Most importantly, silver will be pretty rough for us as we don't have a concrete team just yet. Now for the Devil Rumble, you do want to target debuffers. Of course debuffers are the name of the game on the Devil Rumble. As you can see, we did manage to promote here as well to Ruby League 2, but we can gather here from the top 100, which is a very good area to check out which teams are top tier, which units are amazing for the Devil Rumble. If you guys are unsure, of course you do want to find out which units do float around the most. Now as you guys can see on screen right now, we do have the majority of units floating around being Nautilus, Citri, Methuselah, Thisbe, and Dreamer Saturn, as well as a ton of teams with Myra, etc. So you do want to keep an eye out on the units that do float around a ton, and most importantly the units that are flexible here on Destiny Child as a beginner, as of course if you guys are free to play, you do want the most flexible units here, as you do want these units to be used in multiple modes. Now the flexible units here that are very amazing for the Devil Rumble would be the Wood Battery as well as Thisbe. These two units are pretty much used on a majority of Devil Rumble teams, and they do flex very well to the World Boss and sometimes the Ragnarok events depending on your uncaps, etc. of course. But those are two units I would suggest on investing in if you guys are a newer player and did manage to obtain them. Of course Thisbe is a staple water type supporter unit. She is very strong in the Devil Rumble side of the game, of course Endless as well. And we do have Battery, which is a very strong wood type debuffer. If we do manage to find them here in the archive, of course I haven't obtained them just yet here on the new account, but we are looking forward to pulling those two units as they would be huge boosters here to the account. So first up here, I did find Thisbe here on the account archive. So we do have Runaway Thisbe. As you guys can see here, she is very flexible here due to her slide skill. Now she does have here Closed Heaven, deal 704 damage, skill gauge plus 35% for 2 allies, prioritizing the lowest skill gauge charge amount while charging skills. And we do have here grants slide skill cooldown -2 seconds for 16 seconds and during PvP. So here's the PvP aspect of her kit, which is very important. We do have grants immortality, HP cannot drop below 1 for 2 allies with lowest HP for 10 seconds. We also do have here a pretty good drive skill here, which does increase the skill gauge charge amount for 3 allies for 2 turns. And of course we do have drive gauge plus 500 and a very strong leader buff here as well. Skill gauge charge speed plus 12% for all allies, and during PvP, skill gauge charge speed plus 8% for water type allies. So there's an example of a very flexible supporter unit. If you guys have seen, Thisbe does flex very well to the World Boss side of the game, and she is used on most Ragnarok teams as she is a very flexible support across all modes, which is why I do suggest you newer players to invest into her if you guys do have the option to pull for her, or if you guys did get lucky and pull her from a ticket as well. Now the second unit I did want to touch on was the Lady Battery here, a wood type debuffer, a very amazing unit here. She does flex very well to the Endless as well as Devil Rumble, and of course World Boss side of the game when being ignited and such. So we do have her skills here on the screen now. A slide skill here, Bloody Oath, which is most important here of her kit, deals 690 damage to 2 enemies, priority lowest HP, inflict Dancing Blade, defense -20%, and damage over time 200 every 2 seconds for 14 seconds, and defense minus 700. So a very amazing debuffer here, as well as a good leader buff if you guys do choose to run it in the Devil Rumble. Now either the Thisbe or the Battery leader buff is amazing. We do have here the drive skill final blow minus 25% to all allies. During PvP, damage over time minus 50% to all enemies, so this could come in handy when facing those teams that are very heavy on damage over time units. It's pretty popular right now in the Devil Rumble, as of course based on the top 100 we do have a decent amount of damage over time units that are flexing to the Devil Rumble side of the game right now, in being the 5-star fire attacker in Guardian Myra. We do have her here on the screen. There she is, Guardian Myra. As you guys can see, she is a damage over time unit. She does have bleed here on her slide skill, and of course we do have the second damage over time attacker in the debuffer Saturn. So if we could find her, we do have her right here. So there's Dreamer Saturn, the attacker. Now she honestly really isn't an attacker, as she does seem to be more of a debuffer unit disguised as an attacker, but as you can see here as well, a damage over time unit here being on the tap skills. So we do have Stage of a Tragedy. As you guys can see, she does inflict curse, 100 damage over time, damage every 2 seconds, and bonus damage at the end of duration or if removed. So a very amazing damage over time dealer here. And on the slide skill, she does prioritize her cursed targets. So I did just want to touch up here in today's beginner video, as of course these are more of the units that you do see in the Devil Rumble, and we'll be diving into the Devil Rumble soon here on the Zero to Hero series here, as of course we do want to rank up significantly here in the upcoming days. Of course, after we do pick Pomona and Clotho from the Lisa's Extra Lessons, we'll see how far we can push into the Devil Rumble side of the game, and we do have the upcoming raid in a day or two, so we'll look to see if we can manage to pull the upcoming Arat, and of course if we might choose to add Cavasius to our PvP team, etc. So that'll pretty much do it for today's Zero to Hero series. In today's video we just did touch up on the Devil Rumble a little bit, and of course I did just update you guys on our progression here with the Lisa's Extra Lessons. Of course, in the coming days we'll attack the upcoming raid here on the new account, which I'm pretty scared for if we don't manage to obtain the Arat or any of the water type supporters that will be featured in the upcoming banners, but we'll see if we do manage to get lucky, and hopefully our Eve does perform decently well here in the upcoming fire raid. But that'll pretty much do it for today's Destiny Child video, everyone. Make sure to let me know in the comment section below if you guys did learn anything here from the units we did manage to analyze here in the archive. Of course, I did want to suggest here to basically participate in the Devil Rumble and of course Endless Duel side of the game. Even if you guys don't perform too well, it's very necessary to participate so you guys can obtain more crystals per week. But before you go, everyone, if you guys did enjoy today's Destiny Child video, make sure to leave a like on this one, and of course if you guys haven't done so already, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are interested in more Destiny Child videos just like this one here coming soon. Now in the upcoming Zero to Hero video, we'll be able to dive into the upcoming Ragnarok event, and hopefully we do manage to pull some of those water type supporter units, and you guys will see how we do manage to perform in our first Ragnarok here on the new account. But with all of that being said, everyone, I'll see you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.